Ooh, you love looking at code.
Whoa. Dude, I haven't been to this place in so long.
Yeah. All right. Move this down for now, but yeah. And oh wait,
Honestly, I
I'll
feel like
wait
you
for
could
you.
probably play test it to showcase it because it is
Okay.
functional, I think.
Oh wow. Okay, I don't know why Start Engine or I don't know why Studio chooses to break when I
Huh.
move a single thing and then Control Z it.
God.
Yeah, we would have included this in the release, but sound database is not a valid member of.
He's actually a
Yeah.
big cool guy. He's actually mildly intimidating, finally.
Yeah. All right. If you want, I can stream and I'll just turn him around
Yeah.
myself. Okay. Here he is.
If by alive you mean gonna be part of the game, then no, he is not alive. Oh my, I forgot
Look
how
at
menacing he
him.
looks there.
He is evil.
He is evil.
Also, I was very proud of this backlighting.
Yeah.
I thought it looked so like menacing, and then I don't know, the lighting in this whole place, and then
It's
it
fucking crazy.
was you and Sky that helps me with this,
Yep.
right?
I think
Because
Day
like
helped
this,
out a bit as well.
yeah, I do love how the builds came out. Like the builders did such an amazing job with this. Um, yeah, and there's also these particles, um, which kind of got spammed everywhere, but very, very neat addition.
Oh, wait,
Um,
something that I think would be fun to show now that we're in
mhm.
this area is the storyboard for the cutscene that plays before that.
Do you want to, do you want me to stop streaming?
No, I need to find it first.
Okay. We also have the, we have the, holy moly. Uh, we have all the planning for the attacks and the clear text because Frankie completed it. And Skylar's stamp of approval. No Kronos stamp of disapproval. Yeah. So we're gonna keep parts of it largely the same, but he was going to take his hands and oh, hi Cronus. But yeah, he was gonna take his hands and try and like smack you. There were also swinging cages full of timelings, uh, cages that come down, and then yeah, I don't know. We only got about like 20 to 30% through this fight, and then we needed to focus on other stuff, and then we just never came back to it.
Yeah.
I need to be very careful about what I stream now. But yeah, here's the stairway cutscene. Was anything actually made for it?
No.
Yeah, I
Absolutely
can see
nothing. I don't.
as I'm
Yeah,
falling into
the
the
engine
void.
isn't even
No.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
This is very late. It's
oh,
like one of the last things we did, I feel
I
like.
can't. I think the lighting changed at some point because
Hmm.
you can't even really see stuff back here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember it looking like this.
Yeah, I remembered it being a lot more like orange ready. Yeah, this is just kind of showing behind the scenes stuff and answering some community questions. If you have questions, ping me directly. How much of the game are you willing to change? Uh, I would say
Most of it.
90%,
Yeah.
85%.
Have we
I
told them what we plan on like keeping?
I've told them that Nucleon and Medenzas are pretty sures. We
Yeah.
really like Nucleon and Medenza.
And I really like Medenza. She's like my favorite. I'm not letting her die.
Yeah, he is. Um, and like, I don't know if we should
Murmur is
say
staying.
Mira is definitely saying we fell in
Yeah.
love with her. We absolutely love Mira.
Hmm.
Uh,
Star Child
yeah.
is also staying, obviously.
So Jaden, Starsline is on hold until I can only say the end of the year. It may be a bit sooner, but that is the only timeline I can give without breaking contract. Aramis will probably stay as an NPC. She may have some side content with her
Yeah.
time links, but she will not be a main focus for a world.
I think it's decently safe to say that like we're probably gonna include most of the cast, like either as little cameos or NPCs in the hub, like, but just
Yes,
not just
absolutely.
main
I mean,
characters.
I think even Goliath might make a
Even still,
comeback and
there.
I think it could be a cute, like, shop NPC.
Yeah, Kydra is dead. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we realized it was a really bad idea to make a water level on Roblox. Uh,
Kydra is wonderful. I love her design and everything. Like
yeah,
everything
like
surrounding her is just terrible.
Kydra for the longest time was my favorite uh point and angel. Okay. Go ahead, Chino.
Yeah, let me get that.
Uh yeah, Octavius is the one that we're the most flip-flopping on, I would say.
Yeah.
'Cause I do like him, and I rewrote a story for him that I really enjoyed, but it kind of intertwined too personally to uh, parts of Stars Line that like are getting scrapped. So I'm flip-flopping, but I am definitely willing to consider it.
Yeah. I'm I'm a little more towards the no.
Yeah. Also, Sparkle, yes. Iggy and Novella, or sorry, Novella, Iggy, and Kelvin are staying. They are
Yeah,
babies.
they're baby. I kind of want to share the novella redesign.
I mean, go ahead,
I
honestly.
could, yeah. It's minor enough. Also,
Yeah.
this is the cutscene for the place Scarlett was showing, which was supposed to play behind, no, not behind, before the Kronos boss fight. This is very old, doesn't hold up very well, but
God.
it's so fucking goofy. I forgot how bad it was.
It's peak. Shut the heck up. Um, Also, read attacks. You just saw how we plan some of our cutscenes. Some other cutscenes are text only, and I basically just have to storyboard in words, just planning out all the actions. I have some like very minor comic writing experience when I did the AF1 HD comic. Um, so yeah, that is generally how we go about it.
Yeah.
Are they animated in the Final Cut or is still like uh So they are those that you see, the animatics would be replaced with models. Everything would be in game, in engine. It would not be like a fully animated cutscene because we do
Yeah.
not have the budget or time for that. Uh, if we want this game to come out in the next 10 years.
Yeah. I guess let me pull up.
I don't know when to give an estimate for.
Yeah.
It will be years of time until the game is complete, is all I can say. I
Oh,
don't know how
definitely.
many years. I would not like it to be more than 4 more years, I would personally say. Craftastrophes is going to be developed alongside still. Yeah, I feel really bad because Stars Align just is going to take a while. Like it's been, like I said in the devlog, it has been an incredibly long journey and yeah, dev hell. We really, really, really want to see this game through to the end. Like I I'm sure I think I can speak for Shinyo too, but I am
Yeah.
super, super committed to this game. I
Oh, yeah,
love these
definitely.
characters. I love these worlds. Like, I mean, even though we're cutting some of them for story purposes, I do love everything. But taking games or developing games like this takes time, and especially developing games well takes more time.
Yeah.
And we would rather have, especially since this is a lot more a passion project than it is a job for us, we want we want to get this game out good
Mhm.
uh than just out at all. Because if we wanted the game to just be out at all, it would have been out. Uh we could have probably just locked in and released the Crown of Shadows version of TikTok Gardens and called it a day, moved on, uh, and then just kept building with that honestly outdated style. But yeah, that's where things are, and I just can't give proper estimates right now.
Yeah, that is a very hard thing to do when you technically
Yeah.
don't even have started yet.
Uh,
Also, someone asked
yeah,
if the world count changed, and yes, the current plan is 5, I believe.
five with an addendum of 5 and 2 half worlds, so basically six.
Yeah, kind of like yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're very invested in creating something both visually stunning, moving. I like I'm not I am incredibly invested into this game personally and wouldn't want the story to just be completely basic and just functional. I would like it to like actually move people and have not necessarily morals, but like have my lived experiences and my team's lived experiences told through the story. Yeah, depth.
Because like most platformers don't really have stories. It's just kind of like something to
Yeah,
get you going. But like we definitely want to have like a very heavy focus on actually telling a good story with this.
yes. And I would say impact is a good word. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is the Fighting Club still on? No clue. We haven't talked to
Uh,
them in like a year.
if
Probably.
they want to, then yes.
Yeah, if they wanna, then
Yeah, we
I'm fine with it.
like with everything that's been going on. there's just we haven't had a reason to even try continuing that right now.
Yes. General question. You said that the story from Stars Line was very underdeveloped. Do you at least have an idea for a central story theme? Uh, so it changed so much, Gabby. Um, as was explored in the devlog, to I can I didn't even go into the depths of it. But the story changed so many times. Like I didn't even cover from 2.5 to Crown of Shadows how much the story changed because it changed quite a bit. And the story went through multiple rewrites past that point. Right now, we do have a definitive theme for the story, uh, and something that I'm really passionate about. I'm not sure how deep I want to get into it, but it is, I can say more generally, it is about freedom, wills, and it's not quite the right wording, but kind of generational trauma.
Oh my goodness, like Disney.
Yes, like Encanto. This is Encanto where
Kento! Oh.
I'm wondering what is the story of Stars Line inspired, if you don't mind me asking. So I would say that my biggest inspirations for the story are Avatar: The Last Airbender, um, and One Piece has been another big one. I fell in love, or I have fallen in love with the story of One Piece. Um, I really like how Oda writes his characters and how quickly you can fall in love with them. And um, Arcane is another one. Obviously, that is a lot more mature than what I would be going for, but uh, I really love their world building and I want to have stuff like that. Yes, so we are still, I want to still have this promise. We will have all of the contest winners as as costumes, as we said they would be. We are still fully committed to that. We're not going back on that. It's just gonna take quite a while to get to that point.
Also, for the second half of the question, most of the cosmetics would likely just be pre-made by us. I don't think community cosmetics would be too, like, something that would happen too often.
Yes, we have a certain standard of quality that we would like to keep very, very uh or it's more about stylization. Like we have a very specific style that not too many people can imitate because we've taken years, especially Shinyo and CQ have taken years and years of their life to uh define this style. Um and yeah, so there probably not too many like uh community meshes or textures. Uh it's possible, but probably unlikely.
Yeah. I think if anything, it would just be like more contests. Other than that,
Yes.
I don't think
Yeah.
community stuff would make it into the game. Besides the
I would
bonus levels as well.
I would love to have more contests is what I'll say.
Yeah,
The last one was
absolutely.
super, super fun. We just have to make like we have to get out like the promises we made in the first contest. So, who are my favorite One Piece and Avatar: The Last Airbender characters? I would say very basic answer, but Luffy and Toph. Those would be my top
Hell
two
yeah.
picks.
Tough is also my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was also a thing that happened.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Would you want to show them? I don't think they even know who what's his face? Red guy.
red guy
Inside
inside is.
us. Yeah. I'm not sure they
Uh,
even know who that is.
yeah, he never really got a properly finished design. There's a couple of like
Yeah.
bad ones scattered around. I think this is probably the better one. Still
Yeah.
very crusty, very
I
old.
love it. I love his hair is so pretty.
Yeah, it's yeah. This is the guy I leaked one time.
Yeah. Uh, and then since she's not, I think I can get into that. Vivian,
I
is
would
that
like to.
fine?
I would
Okay.
like to.
So Vivian was going to be the main villain for Stars Align. Uh, not anymore because
Not anymore.
we had like 3 to 4 villains, like 3 to 4 main villains, and we're like, oh my goodness,
That's too many.
that is too many. Uh, uh, but Vivian was going to be the main antagonist, but we decided to scrap her. But before that point, Shinyo had made a design, so if you
Kind
want to
of.
go ahead.
It wasn't finished. But
Blah
what
blah
I did
blah.
have for
It's
her
very
was pretty fun.
gorgeous.
I will say she's definitely coming back in some way because I am not wasting this design.
Oh yeah, no, she is gorgeous.
She is gorgeous.
Also, yes, there was going to be a mirror boss fight, and there still might be. Can I also, Shinya, would it be okay if I talk about the C character?
The C character.
The very important one
The very
that
important
people will
one.
be incredibly excited for.
They would flip, I think.
Is it okay?
uh,
Very
how
base.
deep into it would you
I just
get?
want to say the name.
Okay, you can say the name.
Corvus.
Corvus is coming back.
Corvus is coming back. He is going to be one of the main characters of the story.
He's coming back in a very different way.
Very different way, but namesake is staying the same.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I love the story I've made for him so far.
Would it be okay to say like the three main characters, like who they are exactly for the
Sure.
story?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically overall the story revolves around Starchild, Corvus, and Mira.
Yes.
Those are our main characters. Corvus does have like old visuals. No, we're not
Yeah.
showing the new one.
Are there any specific 2D or 3D platformers you guys were inspired by? Shinyo, I'll
Ahead of
let
time.
you start this
Ahead
one.
of time. Ahead of
Yeah.
time. God,
For
ahead
Shinyo,
of
it's a
time.
hand time.
That is
Uh,
my biggest inspiration for like everything, like my music, my art, the game feels ahead in
yeah.
time.
For me, I would say Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, 2D platformers. For Stars Align specifically, I'm not sure there are a whole lot of 2D platformers, but I grew up with Mario Sunshine. I played it for hours and hours and hours. Like I know that game inside and out. Um, and like it has been a dream for me to make a uh, a 3D platformer since then. And yeah, Galaxy is also like Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 are huge, huge inspirations for me. I love those.
Yeah, this is the initial Vivian Doodle. She's incredibly Mel Arcane coded, which is why I switched to silver. Otherwise, it would kind of just be copying her.
Yeah. Um, Also, I will say, okay, I think I will reveal a very slight amount about Corvus and Starchild. I will say that not in a romantic way, but they are kind of twin flames. They very much mirror each other in a lot of ways. and that is all I will say.
Hell yeah.
Okay. What else? Um, do you want to go over the storyboards you made, Shinyo?
Oh, sure, yeah. Let's see. There aren't a whole lot.
You could probably do pot shop and prologue.
The urge to fucking drop the the newer designs, but I shan't.
Yeah.
God, she who cannot be named my beloved.
DMs?
Uh, Nuclear.
Oh, yeah.
She whom Sparkle might despise.
Good
Who was
question.
my favorite character to design? That is a good question. But also very unfortunate because my favorite character design has not been revealed and will not be revealed today. Which is coincidentally the one I was just talking about with Scarlet. It is she's very cool and I can't wait for you
She
guys
is
to meet her.
incredibly cool.
She is incredibly cool, but for now, you may not know about her. These are very rough. These are like very tiny sections.
Mm.
But yeah, this is like on the start of the prologue. A log would fall over, play like a mini cutscene. And I think, would that teach you how to roll? Is that the intention? Forgot.
Yes, it would.
Okay. This is-
I just came here. Will this stage be archived? I think somebody's recording it. I'm not sure.
And then
It was so baby.
there's the save Aramis cutscene, which he's
Oh
being
my
hunted
gosh,
down
yeah.
by a dog.
I could actually show the story for that because I don't think that is too much. Let's see, TikTok
And
Gardens.
then this cuts into gameplay, and you kill the dog.
Hi, Day.
Hi, Day. How long have you been asking to speak?
Um, 2 minutes, three. I don't know.
Goodness. Oh yeah, can we confirm them already?
Oh yeah, no, they were gay as hell.
They were gay as hell. They are dating.
Yeah.
They're
That
Lisbon.
was kind of what like a lot of the TikTok garden story was about.
As Iggy
Partly
was
that and then
very big part of TTG.
yeah.
It's crazy because she started as Titress redesign.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the Tetris redesign. I'm not sure how
Yep.
The
many people
mere
know that.
tiny.
Honestly, I don't know either actually. Man, there's a version of her with green hair way back when the style looked like this.
Jacksepticeye. High.
She just called her Jacksepticeye. God.
And then we named her Iggy Azalea, which coincidentally enough, there's a rapper who's also named the same way, and we had no idea.
Okay, yeah,
Her name
the
is not
Azalea.
Iggy Azalea. It's just Iggy.
It is
Oh.
just Iggy. The
Azalea
Azalea part,
is yeah, it's Aramis' family name.
yes, that is okay. I'll get into that.
Oh yeah, Aramis family. I do have design for those guys.
Oh yeah, I
They're probably
think
my uglier designs.
no, they are not.
Yes.
I love
Marigold is fine.
what is their name? The daughter.
That was CQ, not me.
Oh, never mind. Then I hate your design. No,
Yeah.
I
This
like
is Aramis'
Magnolia.
mom.
That is Aramis' mom. Yes.
You might have met her in game.
Yeah, she's the grave.
Shut up. She is the grave.
Bless her heart.
I just realized that this story is kind of dark when you like because it wouldn't have been this dark in game, but like when you get to know like the lore deeper, it becomes darker. Uh,
People die a lot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I am
I'm
looking for
I'm
the.
trying to kill less people. Is what I was
Yeah, you
saying.
Yo.
should kill more people. Okay, yeah, so there's this wretched thing.
Hate it.
Hi, Marigold.
I think people are getting used to Rukleon.
God. Yeah. Also,
Used to.
one thing I would like to point out is that we very specifically gave her the dead mom haircut.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a deliberate decision.
You see Ursa from Avatar,
God.
main inspiration.
Uh, I can get into that. Um, I guess I'll just call you epilepsy. Uh,
Huh.
there's someone named epilepsy. I will get
Oh my
into
goodness.
that in just a bit. There's a lot of story. Um, so it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
I think I could just read excerpts of it um instead of sharing my screen because I don't think I'm gonna be able to read this and blank everything
Yeah, sure.
out while like it's too much. I don't have the mental capacity. Any ideas for different first world since it's scrapped? Uh yes, we have gone through kind of two iterations now, like mostly one.
Yeah.
But
It's really peak.
We're still in the ideas phase. I think we'll
okay.
we'll only really have a solid idea of what the worlds will be once we get like a few months back into development. Because right now things are very blurry.
I think as the NDA work uh hopefully starts to lighten up, I'm going to be taking some time and just like really hard focusing on writing. Because I feel like that's kind of the backbone of the game's identity, I
Yeah.
suppose. And as long as we have a strong story, then I feel like actually I'm not sure where to continue that thought, but yeah, I will probably get on writing a little bit before we properly hop back into development. Oh, I don't know if we talk about the DM.
TM. I mean, I think
They know
it's okay
about it a
to
little bit.
yeah, it's okay to give them bits about it, but
Okay.
I don't think we should go too into it.
So yeah, I won't get too deep into it, but uh you guys have heard the term because it was on the game page. I remember that leaked, but dark matter is going to be a element in Stars Align.
And it does some fucked up stuff.
It does some fucked up stuff. It makes some things fucked up.
Yeah.
No, it is
Yes,
not
Sparkle.
drugs,
Drug. It
Sparkle.
is drugs. No, I'm confirming it right
No, Sparkle.
now.
So, okay, I think I'm gonna probably just kind of run through the story. Uh,
Yeah.
give just little excerpts, explain certain things, leave a couple other things out.
Mhm.
Um, Not necessarily that we're keeping anything TikTok gardens, just I don't want to spoil the rest of the game. Uh, so Aramist, I'll just read this first part. Aramis was born into a family of diplomats. Her home, Castle Azalea, was inherited by her father, Magnolia Azalea, on the planet Conocdrana, which is a lot of made-up words and names all at once. Uh, a clock-themed world, largely abandoned and covered in a sea of greenery. Aramis' mother, Marigold Azalea, was a now retired diplomat who married into the Azalea family. Marigold was poisoned by dark matter at a young age, but in spite led a relatively successful life. All right, I need to make sure there's nothing on here that's gonna spoil a ton of stuff. All right, so this is Ziana, Envy, Azalea. This is Aramis' little sister. There is Aramis, Mary, Azalea. And then there is Logan Pine, Azalea, older brother.
Logan Paul.
No.
Oh, goodness. Wait, wasn't there a third one?
Who was there? I think there was originally going to be, but we did not design that many.
That one. But I don't think
Right.
she was ever finished.
Yeah, no, I think she got scrapped.
Aw, the poor baby.
Yeah, these were all designed by CQ except for Aramis. I just sent it in Stage VC.
Yeah, CQ's designs are crazy.
Yeah, oh, so good. So good. So Marigold is basically just dying from dark matter poisoning. Um, she needs treatment and does the die. What? Marigold is being taken by her illness, and Aramis wants them to go to her family to go to Twilight Terminal to get better care. But both Marigold and Magnolia wanted to stay in TikTok Gardens because they knew it just wasn't going to get any better. And that became a very, very big point of tension for Aramis and her father. So much so to the point where hard to explain what that going. I will say this is like a bit older version of the power system. Uh, but basically the tension and Marigold's emotional or the emotional impact from Marigold's eventual death led Aramis to kind of lose control of her powers and made TikTok gardens become extremely overgrown. At that point, Magnolia and the rest of the family want to leave TikTok gardens because it's become overrun with thorns and vines and is kind of unlivable. And Aramis wants to stay because she wants to be with her mother's garden in the castle. And that is the biggest point of tension. And so she stays and she's able to get control of her powers and she turns because it really is just like Cogdrana was kind of an abandoned world that just got inhabited by them in the castle. So it wasn't like a beautiful garden before Aramis basically turned it into that. I'm not explaining this super well. I'm not super great at like going off the cuff on like explaining my stories. But yeah, so that is basically Aramis Pass, and then she meets Iggy at some time, who Iggy is kind of running away from their family and just wants to explore Bloom. I don't think I'll get into Iggy's family at this point. Because that kind of spoils a couple other things. But so Iggy and Aramis fall in love,
Okay.
and they spend quite a bit of time in TikTok gardens together. But then Aramis would like to settle down, and Iggy would still like to keep exploring Loom. And Iggy isn't gonna stop doing. She's not gonna stop. Or sorry, they're not gonna stop. Like, kind of their entire reason for being just for Aramis. So they still leave, but they leave Aramis a grandfather clock as a gift. Something that they found that they thought was, which is kind of funny, giving her a clock on a clock themed world. But yeah, Aramis has a lot of dismay about this, and that kind of leads to King Kronos being created through this is explaining possibly a little too much.
We're getting into details now.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just say that King Kronos is created for this. There is a reason for it. Yeah, she didn't mean to create Kronos, but he is a manifestation of people who have left Aramis. Yeah, a manifestation of negative feelings. Like, so he is Magnolia and he is Iggy. Like, the worst versions possible of them. And then Starchild rolls up, cratering into the ground.
God.
We had it so that Starchild was in the ground for many years. And then just one day, Aramis was out looking for timelings because Kronos was stealing timelings and turning them into groundlings. While she was out doing that, Starchild wakes up. Starchild, as like, that's what the prologue is. Is you hear screaming because she's being attacked by cog dogs, and then you have to go save her. And then you get invited to the gardens, and you are allowed to explore. And because of what you are, which I will not say, you are allowed to look at the stars and take them. Let's see. I think I could probably just read most of this word for word past that point.
Mhm.
So after collecting a second star, a timeling proclaims they've been inspired by Starchild and will kick Kronos' butt on their own. Then they run off to just below the castle. Starchild chooses to follow the timeling up to the castle grounds, which was inaccessible before, and meet up with them near the top. The timeling thinks that Starchild is in on the plan and tells them to flip the switches around the grounds, which lower the drawbridge, and that they'll go in together. Starchild does this, but when they reach the other side of the drawbridge, they're forced to hide in a bush when they hear a commotion from afar. It's the sound of a timeling being escorted into the dungeon hatch. The timeling tries to fight off the groundlings, but it's a fruitless endeavor. They tell Starchild to run and tell Aramis. After reaching Aramis again, Starchild explains what happened. Aramis isn't entirely surprised, but hoped it wasn't true that Kronos and the groundlings were taking timelings. She knows Kronos is taking the timelings to the caverns underneath the castle and wants to know why. Starchild offers to ask. Aramis doesn't like the idea, but is hard-pressed, so she just makes sure Starchild gets there safely. She tells them of a side entrance that's currently blocked because of the Garden Tower Pass being indisposed. Right as she says that, though, a timeling swings the door open and announces they've cleared the bridge. Convenient. Starchild is let out the door, and being wished best of luck, they head for the castle. Starchild heads out for a recon mission by making their way to the side entrance and slipping into the castle. Starchild manages to skirt past groups of groundlings, narrowly avoiding capture. Along their journey, they can find notes from the diary in the castle walls belonging to Aramis younger self, which you can find some of those. Finally, they enter the throne room. They meet Kronos for the first time, obscured in shadow, menacing them with his very presence alone. He recognizes Starchild as the newcomer who has been snatching up all the stars, and seizing the opportunity to rig the game in his favor, Kronos says he won't lay a finger on the timelings if Aramis gives herself up. If she doesn't comply, he will lay siege to the gardens. Starchild is used as Kronos' pawn to deliver the message to Aramis. After receiving the message, Aramis knows she has to give herself up for just a chance at the timeling's safety. The timelings won't have it though. The timelings won't have it though, and gather a war meeting between themselves and Starchild. After intense deliberation, they put their plan into action. Aramis sacrifices herself and goes alone to the front of the castle. That's where the timelings jump the groundlings and try to keep the drawbridge open as long as they can for Starchild. The groundlings have also taken the opportunity to begin their takeover of the gardens. Knowing their biggest hurdle, Aramis, is out of the way, Starchild makes their way into the dungeon, seeing the horrors of Kronos' work. After navigating the stronghold, they stumble into a new area where Kronos is seen plotting to or actually converting timelings into groundlings. He mocks Starchild and says, "This will only take a second," before getting his ass royally beat. I forgot I wrote that.
Royally beat.
And then, yeah, the rest is kind of spoilers. But yes, that is the story for TikTok Gardens. Obviously, I skipped over a lot, and there are gaps missing. But yeah, that is what I tried to write for TikTok Gardens. And then I came to realize over a period of time that this is not going to work. And so we had to scrap it.
Moral of the story, don't mess with the gays.
I mean, Aramis didn't really do much. She got captured. True. Is there a reason why some angels have halos and some don't? Yes, there is. There is a very important story reason that will continue factoring into Stars Align that I can't get too deep into. It is part of why Aramis is so surprised that Starchild has a halo and doesn't know who they are.
Aramis is an adult. She can do what she wants.
She was 15.
Oh.
He's a little
well,
bit
I didn't
above.
know that. Yeah. He's mildly above.
Her mother also did have a halo. Very interesting observation. Does the engine demo have a lore connection, or is it purely an engine demo? Okay, I actually did want to get into this. I desperately wanted to connect the two, but I wanted to connect the two in like the last 2 weeks of the update for Forbidden Kingdom, and there are like minor elements that like connect the two, but overall, no. They are not connected.
Now that we name dropped Corvus, I think it's fine to say that we wanted to do a secret in the update that name dropped Corvus.
Yes, we wanted to do an ARG for Corvus. for his name.
Yeah.
She is in her, I believe, late 20s in the TTG release. Yeah, no, she does have a confirmed age. I just forgot it.
Yeah. What do you mean you thought she was like 60? Shut up.
Oh my.
What achievements will transfer? So all of the engine demo achievements are going to be turned into cosmetics in the final game. As long as Shinya is still fine making that.
Yes, I do still want to do that.
So yes, that is what that is. What main goals are you hoping to accomplish for the first year of working on the revamp? I would love to have a complete story. Like solid, firm, we don't change it. Like because the worst thing about this, about Stars Line development has been being like a year into development and then realizing, oh, some of the core fundamental stuff about this doesn't work with like the full story. So that's what I really want first. And then I would love to see a first world done. Because I think we are incredibly cracked at working fast. Like the engine demo took a month. And then the
What if,
update also, it took a little bit longer, but when we locked in, it was only a month.
what if I told you guys that Forbidden Kingdom, the castle, just the castle area, um, the exterior, I did it in 3 nights, and yeah, it was a crunch. Just a crunch.
Yeah.
But we build really fast. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We do. We are incredibly cracked in crunch, which is a very funny sentence.
It's like it was once we got a taste of not being stuck with TikTok Gardens constraint that we finally
Yes.
were able to work at our fullest capacity, and it was
Yes.
amazing.
Also, Forbidden, I would say no about the Craftastrophe badges.
Yeah, definitely not. It's a completely different
I have
game.
a weird question, but is the lifespan of a star of star children like the same of an actual star? Relatively. I can't answer more than that. Was the winged guy next to Corvus Angel Design supposed to be the main antagonist? At some point, yes. I don't know too much about that. I believe his name was
literally predates me.
Novelist?
Novelist,
Something
yeah.
like that. I don't know. Is Star Child a one-of-a-kind special, or could there be several? Ooh, wouldn't you like to know?
Ooh. Oh.
Will Craftastrophes and Stars Align have like some cinematic universe? Yes.
Publishing
No.
Winka
to YouTube.
and starts
That's a good question.
Wait, what's going on?
The TikTok Garden soundtrack. What are we doing about that?
I think probably in a compilation video, if anything.
Maybe.
We'll see. I just don't want like people who haven't watched the devlog to think that TikTok Gardens is gonna be completed. Kind of off topic, but do you guys plan to do UGC? I would love to. I would absolutely love to. Yes.
Yeah, we've already like set up a group and everything. We just need to start using it.
Yeah.
And now that you can use packages too, that's Beam.
Because we did like plan a small wave,
Right.
like all UGC wave, but that just never happened.
We got incredibly busy, yeah.
Yeah. But it was
we-
supposed to be Star Child's accessories, Iggy's backpack,
Mm.
and was Air Mist also involved in that?
YouTube short gardens.
God.
Yes. I mean, kind of, since did we talk about that? We possibly want to have some of the old worlds that got scrapped as bonus levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Start the Line feature extra paid levels? So I
Interesting
believe
question.
we are incorporating some monetization into bonus levels, yes.
Yeah.
But an addendum to that is you can play everything for free. Uh, nothing is going. I'm not gonna say fully because we're not sure. Uh,
Yeah.
so take this with a grain of salt. But our plan right now is to not have anything be pay gated and have it all be free. It just takes a while. You're gonna
Mhm.
have to do a bit of grinding, or you can just pay a bit of Robux.
Play some.
I'm just gonna read pings. Uh, Paid DLC where you get to play an extra story campaign as Miralyn. Pretty please stop predicting things. Uh, okay, we did have that as a thought. I'm not sure we would do anything with that anymore.
Yeah.
But that was actually the plan originally. You guys are weirdly good at predicting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is terrifying how many things you get right.
Yeah. How different are the 2023 and current version of TTG? You played the current version of TTG, and I will say pretty different.
It
Uh,
is pretty different. Yeah.
the layout is the same, but it got like basically re redecorated. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Also,
like
Stars Align will not have voice acting, please. We
it will
need to.
not. That is a joke.
That is a joke.
Yeah. Would there be any paid cosmetics or a supporter pack? I would say so.
Yeah. Paid cosmetics, definitely. We did have that
Yeah.
idea of like having a premium section on the catalog for Novella Shop.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Like,
that's something.
we really don't want to be like money grubby at all,
Yeah.
because this is mostly just a passion project. But if people want to support us, I'm also not going to stop them. I like
Yeah.
having money. It keeps
Like
me alive.
we will do our best to like add like monetization like in very unintrusive ways. Like for stuff
Yes,
like cosmetics, I don't think that's a problem since you're not really getting luck out of anything important. Like
absolutely.
we would never
Yeah.
do that for main game. Like you're not gonna get lucked out of worlds or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
some. Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, I think most of the paid stuff is gonna come with UGC.
A, a lot of it, yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Probably.
that's all.
Yeah. Okay.
I do want to have
Let's
people be
see.
able to like cosplay as every single character. I will say that.
Yes, I would love that.
My
Um,
God.
So another thing that I'll say is we do plan to have Twilight Terminal be a bit more of a hub than just a way to get to different worlds. And we want to have some fun stuff for you guys to
Oh
do.
yeah.
Some of it may include Robux purchases, but again, nothing intrusive, nothing that gets in the way of you actually playing the game or playing with your friends. All just stuff that you feel like you would like to give us some money and no obligation.
Yeah. The hub is just gonna be like a really big hangout area.
Yes,
We want
we
it to be
would.
fun to just like chill there.
Yes, we would love that. Um, will the hide and seek secret setting stay in the full game? Probably not, because I imagine that would be fairly game breaking in the later
Yeah.
stages. As for questions about the process, how long did it take to design certain characters like Starchild or others? Very big fan of the textures on each character. Go ahead, Chinu.
That is interesting because like more often than not, characters don't actually take a lot of time to design. It's more so that they go through a lot of iterations.
Hmm.
So like I think Starchild is the one that had the least changes of all of them. Let me pull up
I,
Clip Studio once again.
Thank God.
while you're pulling that up, I will take another question. Wild
Yeah.
question. Will there be any co-op exclusive levels or some sort of integration with friend-specific stuff, I would love to. I want to
Yeah.
have like friend interaction. Maybe not co-op exclusive levels, just because I don't want to lock solo players out of any content. Uh, but I want more player interaction since I mean that is part of what the hide and seek secret menu was good for, is like playing with other people. All right. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, Star Child technically has gone through a lot of like iterating before I joined the team. But like, if we're talking specifically about my version of Star Child, they they generally have not changed very much. Like
Profit.
this was the very first doodle I did of Star Child.
My
This is
god,
back when I
profit.
first figured out the design.
Profit
This is
angle.
what they
I
look
will
like.
also add that I was my only contribution
Oh
to
yeah,
Star Child's design is just the arm swirlies.
yeah. The arm swirlies are incredible.
Because she knew I was just
They would
hitting a
not be
stump.
the same.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
She knew I
am
was hitting a stump and just asked me to doodle something, and that's what I
Like,
came
hey,
up
can
with.
you just do something? She did that and it's perfect. And this is current Star Child.
Yes.
Well, not so current anymore. If we, I can I
he's a
can I talk
gaster
about the
follower.
cape and what it has become?
He's a
Uh,
I think
gaster.
Actually, go ahead. I feel
I
like
think
we
it's
should
fine.
show
Yeah,
that.
Star Child's cape is no longer gonna be a cape. It's gonna be wings.
Yeah, kind of a Lytro situation.
It's kind of what we're going with.
Told us.
Uh, will Prophet Angel return? Not really. Uh,
Profit
where
angle.
will there be seasonal cosmetics? Yes, probably.
Most likely.
Wait, I was also wondering, Scarlett, and
Mhm.
now that Vivian's design is out, can we make Soggy or Gravel happen?
God.
Oh my goodness gracious. I think
I
we
have
could
the
share Soggy
image
and Gravel.
copied.
Where is
Can I
Soggy
paste
Gravel?
it?
Sure.
Uh,
I don't think I have it with me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, this is actually another Vivian design that I haven't
Yeah,
shown.
it's an old Vivian
It's an
design.
even older one, which is
oh yeah.
it
This
The
is
is
fucking
so ugly.
the bald one.
this
The
is
bald one.
Grandma Vivian.
Yeah.
This is like still old star art style. Very ugly.
Yeah.
Glad I moved
Never
past this.
particularly vibed with this version. Also, Byte, it would probably more be, I think we would have, like monthly shops and stuff like that. And in those monthly shops, we would have, season specific stuff. Probably.
Yeah.
Are the
Also, I
Patreon
don't know if we
plushies
ever mentioned it, but like I think the idea with the catalog is that it would like update weekly ish. Was that the time period?
Yes. Yes,
Like
it was.
it's kind of like a what is the term for that? A rotating shop, yeah.
Yeah. Also, for the patron plushies, I still want to include them. I'm pretty sure they're done. I thought they were done a long time ago. But I would still like to just include them somewhere small in the terminal. Oh, could I show Rainbow Frontier?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We didn't make it playable just because there's not a lot to see.
Yeah, it's
And it
Yeah.
is kind of just another part of the hub.
Should we go? Could you stop streaming?
Oh yeah, right. Oopsie, my bad. My bad.
All right. So, was it this one that was the most recent iteration?
I don't know. I didn't
uh
work on
Thank
this.
you. Yes.
no.
I
Okay,
believe.
never mind. Yeah, I'll just show some of the assets because they're really pretty. Um,
Courtesy
this
of
was,
Deva.
yeah, I made the gate design and then the rest of it was Deva, and the rest of this was all Deva. Very, very gorgeous. Um, Still would love to do stuff like this.
Dota. Dota.
Yeah, then the Toturi designs.
God, yeah, the Toda is beloved.
Dota if they were in side order.
Yeah. Rainbow Frontier would have turned out so pretty. This was the version when Sky was still lead. There used to be a giant Mr. Krabs here.
God, oh, that reminds me.
Someone
Have you ever shown Eurydice's model? I don't remember that.
Yeah, we shared it.
Oh.
I could do like a more in-depth showing. Like I could do a turnaround because I don't think we've ever done that.
Ooh. Sure.
I also have Miralyn's model if you guys want to see that. Work with me.
Oh god, I wish I could send gifts. Oh, she's here.
She's so
It's
baby
the
girl.
girl. This is the it's a little higher poly than what would have showed up in game, but this is her model that with a bit of optimization would have showed up in game. Also, I will say, for reference, this is the size of a star child. She would have been
Eurydice is
quite
massive.
big. Yes. But yeah, let me
Flashbang.
because I have working lights and then I have the render lights.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. And then I can show Mira. Is it
Eurydice corn dog.
Shino Mira or Mira? I believe it is Shino Mira because that one is slightly more recent.
Oh my
She
goodness.
may not have all of her
Oh,
textures.
Oh,
Mira.
Subspace Divine.
Yeah, she doesn't have her textures on her.
Goodness. She got
Dang it.
subspace trip.
Somebody eated her textures. But yeah, very, very happy with how the hair ended up. Also feel like the horns were pretty cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I love these little, I wanted to make sure to get these as a detail, the little danglies off her cape, because these are super cute.
Thank you.
I guess I have the astral tier model. Hi.
God. I'm the biggest hater of that model.
Why?
I don't like the astral tier design.
I'm gonna thumbs down you as a person.
I'm gonna fire you.
What?
Oh. That's right.
I don't
Starline
fuck-
its
what,
first
I
modern
can't?
release. Never.
Godlet, someone asked you since when have you started using Blender?
Oh boy. You guys are gonna call me decrepit, but I have been using it for 8 years. Yeah, I started modeling.
Scarlett's been using it for 4,000 years.
Gosh, I remember the first thing I modeled was the ship from Futurama, which,
Oh my
if you know anything about that design, that is the worst possible first model you could ever have. But then outside of that, I just modeled a couple swords, and then I kind of stopped modeling for a while after that. And it wasn't until I got into making my own game that I started doing some models again. So it hasn't been like consistently 8 or 9 years. I would say it's probably been like more like 6 years of progress. I guess if you want to, since the adventure forward rule has been repealed, I can go through some old things, specifically Crown of Shadows. Because I would have released them, but they are not mine, and also we are not associated with Adventure Forward. We still do not like Adventure Forward. I want to make that very clear.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
We are
do
like
not
the
like,
biggest haters.
yeah, we are just, we knew it needed to be repealed at some point because we want to be like fully separated from Adventure Forward, and having it in your rules is not separation. Uh, Also, like, people can talk about it. It just can't be the like main point of discussion, and it also can't devolve into um it can't devolve into like name calling, any speculation on like people's personal lives, because there are some very, very real things that happened that are not appropriate to talk about. Like I would say that you still probably shouldn't mention the creator because he is a person who should be in jail and has done things in which would have landed him in jail if the law systems were more fair and all that. So
Yeah.
yeah, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mostly just wanted to show. This was Goliath's kitty.
Oh my goodness.
This was one of my first models
Has
for
been Hotel
Storyline.
has been Hotel as character.
What the fuck? What
Yeah,
parts of the game
that's
do you
one.
have to finish before release first demo? Just about everything.
Gosh. Also,
Yeah, we're we kind of have nothing right now. Like we quite literally have to start the game over.
yeah.
We need to concept new
I mean,
characters, figure out what the worlds are gonna be, what the main cast is gonna be, what the story is gonna be. We're also touching up our engine, and then we need to build the first world. So yeah, it's gonna be a while until the first demo happens.
yeah. I would.
But
Okay, I'm going to give a very rough estimate. Do not take this and run with it. But probably a year or maybe a little less than after we come back from the Exclusible project.
Yeah,
honestly,
I think that's reasonable.
I was still gonna do like a world to world release.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Otherwise, this game is
Yeah.
not coming out.
The game is dead.
Honestly, would I be delusional if I say I estimate the game to release in like April, March?
You are insane.
Yes, you are.
I think my prediction would be like late 2026, early 2027.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
still better than never.
I would say late 2026. I have faith that we could probably keep up, but we are also going back into Craftastrophes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. You guys are
Which,
gonna have something to eat.
yes, hi Sparkle.
Hi,
Yes.
Sparkle, our beloved developer.
God, we feel so bad because we did hire a bunch of people, and then okay, what happened is and I'm not gonna talk bad about our employers. It's not their fault at all. We have a contract that I can't get into details about, but it was just taking a while, and
Yeah.
there were deadlines that were given to us that kept being pushed back and pushed back just because of legal stuff and a bunch of other things that were kind of out of everybody's control. So we started doing stuff for Craftastrophes in that time because like it just kept getting pushed back and pushed back, and we didn't know when we were actually starting or if we were even starting at all. There was a point in time where we weren't even sure that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, we unfortunately hired a bunch of devs and then just left. And I feel very, very bad about that because I do want to go. I want to go back to Craftastrophes very dearly. Like I love Craftastrophes.
Craftastrophes is absolutely gonna happen eventually. We're not gonna let that die.
Yes, And now that we have two separate teams for Stars Align and Craftastrophes, like there's only some overlap in there. We believe that we can develop them in parallel. Granted, it's still going to be slower than if we just full focused on one. But it's going to just be better for everyone who likes either project.
It's okay. It's okay, guys. I'm fully focused on Stars Align.
Yeah, I
For
think
now.
the only overlap between the teams is me and Scarlet. At least the main teams, not kind of like the contributors.
Diba?
Yeah. Also, Sparkle, I did want to go over that. I don't know what the hell happened. I think their site was hacked. Yeah, I would not recommend going to their site. I haven't been back. Just until like I am given word that that's fixed. Oh, hi, Actinian.
I had to
Um,
hear.
I didn't realize I could accept my own request.
uh, how many stars and tiers are in the TikTok Gardens game? Isn't it 16 astral tiers and then 5 stars that are not astral tier stars?
I think so. Fully
I
remember.
I believe that's correct.
Also,
But
Bubble Cat, I believe all three of the main developers on Fighting used to work on Stars Align.
uh
Soda, Aiden, and Pigs.
yes, they did.
Yeah.
They did. If anybody has questions about Stars Align
Yeah.
and not the other game, then
Or crap.
that would be great.
Do we maybe have any music we could go over?
I
'Cause,
mean, I
like,
have a
We
bunch
didn't
of old
include
TikTok
we didn't
Gardens
include
stuff.
them. Yeah, we didn't include a lot of stuff in the TikTok Gardens place. But like with a lot of the worlds being kind of killed, I'm sure there's a lot more unused music that we could show them.
Yes. I mean, I think we could probably hop over to FL Studio. I just wanted to kind of run through here
Yeah.
quickly and this is a place that was used to just house like a bunch of stuff that got scrapped from Worlds. Um,
My God.
a lot of blockouts. So many blockouts.
Yeah.
Am I streaming my audio? That is a question I've been wondering.
You are.
Can you?
Well-
Okay. This was, I believe, one of the first iterations of the TikTok Gardens theme that I came up with back in 2021.
It's so dinky.
It is so dinky.
Sounds like
Yikes.
TikTok
Wow.
Gardens in Espanol.
Shut up.
Oh,
Bienvenidos al TikTok Garden.
Do the power-ups have a lore reason, or are they just game mechanics? We're exploring connecting them more to the lore. But right now they are just kind of game mechanics.
Yeah. Oh, of course you got it.
Here's the file.
Hi, OTT.
There's a... Oh, I'm sorry. This is a consistent theme. I have a certain musical plugin that will take over my entire screen. But I wanted to show there were some unused concepts for the cottage theme that why are there so many of me?
Mitosis.
Salad, I love that video so much. You have no idea.
I've never seen this.
Shinya, do you have any you're ready to show?
No.
Okay. You know what? Most of these are gonna take way too long to load, so I am going to use MP3s instead. Okay. Here was another variation for World 1. Very loud. Not cooking.
Sounds like a Me Plaza game.
Goodness. There's another. As you can tell, I went through a lot of variations for the TikTok Gardens main theme and still never finished it fully.
God. Oh, I remember this one.
Oh god, here's also a theme of Madrill.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Lower the volume on that. That's as far as I got.
So retro.
Here was a possible theme for... Yeah, this was a possible theme for the grandmother tower. Or grandmother... What is it called?
Grandmother tree.
Yeah, grandmother
Yep.
tree.
Grandmother tower.
You guys... There's a rendering error there.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun ideas. What was this? Oh, this was Old Dungeon.
Oh.
Yeah, this was pre Beneath the Hands of Time.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many others to show there. I could show some of the possible main themes. Oh, there is one I really want to show.
Ooh.
I believe. Okay, here it is. So I had for Crown of Shadows, that same intro that you saw. I wrote what I thought would go over it, and so this was originally going to be the main theme for Stars Align. Oh, rendering error, cool. Oh, no, this was a Voixer theme. Yeah, don't worry about that part.
Damn, I don't think I've
Wait.
ever heard this like fully.
It sounds so.
Really?
It sounds so familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had quite a few tries at the title screen.
Oh, this one's my favorite. Oh, wait.
Did
I
I-
think I'll probably not continue after this. This is a title screen theme.
No, this is from Fortnite.
Yeah, I made this for Fortnite actually. Very unfinished, by the way. It was not meant to just be piano. It would have full orchestration. Okay, we get it. And then it kind of just goes into a section. Yeah, it's just a lot of what you heard before. I would love to. Yes, I went to RDC last year. And it was really, really amazing. If you are a developer, I would absolutely recommend it. I am planning on doing a lot of fun things, especially with Shinyo, who's going with me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to RDC this year.
we're gonna meet for the first time.
Hell yeah.
Team Nova in real life.
Whoa.
Y'all ever thought of what comes after Stars Line? Shinyo and I are probably going to work on games just with each other.
Yeah, we
Probably
have
off
so
of
many little
Roblox,
games
but we'll
we'd like to
see.
make.
We have a project called Scarf Boy, which is honestly kind of similar to Stars Line.
It
In the way
is
that
probably like
it's,
our biggest one we want to do.
yeah.
For
And then there's there's Polychrome, which is going to be a very tiny game and probably just a game
Arguably the
jam we do.
smallest.
Yeah. And then there's Gato Getaway, which was
Gato
meant to
Getaway.
just be a little game jam for Shinyo and I while we were waiting for something. I don't remember what.
And then we fell
but-
in love with it.
and we fell in love with it, and now it's an entire game, and
Yeah.
now we want to make it.
That might be the only one that we actually do on Roblox.
Yeah.
For
Uh,
for me, after Stars Align, honestly, I think I'll just focus in real life. I think by the time Stars Align is 100% done, I'll be old enough to have a family.
You'll be like 40 by then.
Honestly, I do really want to turn Team Nova into more of a company than just a group of people. I mean, it technically is a company. Um, I I haven't actually thought too far into the future, because I think things just change so much. I don't want to get so attached to a certain worldview, and then get disappointed when that doesn't happen. But yeah, current plans are um, probably just develop games.
Yeah.
Also, possible secret places or features like a sound test, listening to music in game or other stuff. Yes, sound test, I believe, is planned. I think we talked about it very lightly at some point.
Yeah.
Uh,
That would, if we're talking
oh,
old
wait.
scrapped music, that would be what Iggy's shop would be for.
Old scrap music, yes. And then there was also, uh, was there an NPC for it? Because we had a sound test like building in Twilight Terminal.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
no, that was the rhythm game. That
What?
Frankie wants to do, I think.
I had no idea. Okay.
Yeah,
I
remember the fun stuff in the hub that we wanted to do. A rhythm
Yeah.
game of some
But there was
sort
a music
is part of
shop.
that idea.
Huh. Okay.
Is that not what that was, Scarlett? I'm pretty sure
I
that's
don't
it.
think it was. I'm not that I remember.
Huh.
Do you guys plan on releasing physical merchandise in the future? I would kill people for
If we're given
for
the
Stars Align
opportunity, it's
plushies
absolutely gonna
and
happen.
shirts and stickers, because I want those, and I imagine other people would. Like, we would just have to get in contact with the manufacturers who are actually willing to make that kind of thing. Um, I would kill for that,
Yeah,
honestly.
same. Dude, I would cry
I
seeing one of
actually,
my characters just in plushie form.
yeah, I actually have stickers. I went through a custom sticker making company and I made my own Stars Line stickers. Uh, I have Kydra like on my water bottle, and she's been on my water bottle for like 2 years, and it makes me just so happy seeing her.
God.
She's kind of faded now, but she's passed on to the next world. What's wrong with the water world? Water physics. The
Yeah.
notorious hell of water physics.
You
Gabby.
played Mount Awesome, you know how it is.
You played the waterworks.
Yeah. Granted, it would probably not turn out like that, but still,
Yeah.
it's just too much hassle, too much
We
trouble.
World 4 used to be like half surface, half underwater. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starchild Cool Kid skin in Forsaken, maybe.
God.
I don't know if I'd see us working with Forsaken. I haven't
Yeah.
heard great things.
I don't think they're gonna exist after Stars Align releases.
Don't think so, Bryce. It usually only comes if we kind of like have some familiarity with the people.
Yeah.
Which I actually have gotten to know like a lot more top Roblox devs over time. So there is potential for some really cool bonus levels. But we will just have to see. Because we're not in a state to be asking people to make bonus levels for us.
Honestly, I'm so glad we finally could share so much about Stars Align
Yeah.
because it's a freaking iceberg. Like 20% of the entire content is revealed and the rest is just under the safe.
Yeah, no shade to how Sky or Arian ran things. It's just not what we want to do anymore. We really don't work as well when we are doing like when I said like we didn't want to do the Nintendo Directy stuff as much. It's more we don't want to hold things for like months to years and then like just drop it on you all at once. It's cool, but it also kind of ruins my motivation for things when I'm not able to just like openly share what I'm working on with my community. It also kills your guys' interest. Like, uh,
Yeah.
who wants to wait months for an update with no like sign of life?
You guys
Yeah.
might dethrone Silk Song fans in terms of being famished.
God.
Honestly, we expected to be murdered by the community.
To be
Yeah,
honest, yeah.
I wasn't expecting the reaction to be as positive as it was, but granted, we did give you guys a meal.
A
Star of the
nibble.
Line, yeah, Star of the Line fans got to eat today.
What does
What
Star
does the
Child eat?
Star Child eat? Stardust.
God.
Fentanyl.
Yeah, I think that about wraps it up for me. I think I gotta go. So thank you all for the positive reception to the devlog. Thank you all for playing the TikTok Gardens demo, or I guess just the archive. I don't know how to put that. I was very, very, very happy to see people playing it because I was worried it was something that people wouldn't ever get to see, but I'm glad we decided to release it and that you guys were so positive about it. Um, I again want to keep development more open. I want to just have a lot of fun making this game because that's kind of what this is for me. It's
Yeah.
like there will be some monetization, but it is not going to ever be a job for me. So
It's gonna be
um,
so fun to make. Because basically, what Stars Align is to me, and basically I could say also for everyone on this team, it's like a game that they would love to have been playing as a child, or just play now. We're
yeah,
making the game we
I,
want to play.
I wish I had Stars Line as a kid.
Me too.
Thank you, PokeFund. And thank you everyone else. I haven't entirely been reading the chat. Shinyo, is there anything you want to say?
Uh, you kind of summed it up. I'm very grateful for your support and like, being so understanding of this decision. It was very, very, very stressful. I was very concerned about how people would react.
Yes,
But
yes,
I'm
very
glad
much
we
so.
get to get this out of the way and just continue Stars Line into a new direction. It's very
Yes.
exciting.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here, and we will see you as we continue to develop Stars Line. I don't imagine the server is going to be entirely dead, or like we are going to be entirely gone. There's just not going to be too many like game updates for a bit. So,
Yeah.
all right. Thank you all for joining. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, love you guys. Don't forget to smile.
Before you leave, I am leaking one song.
No, you can't do this.
I can do this. It's fine. It's my bonus level. I get to choose how it gets revealed.
What
But
the?
yeah, we were on the topic of bonus levels, and I kind of just wanted to bring it up.
Yes, yes.
This is old, but this is cool, I think. And that is it for me. Cue everyone for showing up. All right, bye everyone. Bye, bye, bye.
Farewell, Squeeblow.
Bye, Actinian.
Fare thee well. Okay, now it's just me. Now the real fun can begin. How do I name this? Can I name this? We're gonna name this post devlog stage, if that makes sense.